Hey traders, Jason here from Love Brothers. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the movement of commodities and what they tell us about inflation. Inflation ramped up last year. It went from, it went up to like 7-8%. It's been kind of flatlining over the last several months. Maybe it's just the system kind of exhausting itself. Maybe higher interest rates are actually having an effect. We don't really know. But let's look at some commodities. Let's see how they've moved over the last couple of years and get a sense for if inflation is still an issue or if inflation really is coming back down. All right, let's check it out. All right, here's cocoa. It's a big sloppy mess. As you can see, it really didn't run up with inflation with a lot of other commodities, but it has run up the last 6 months. So right now it's near its 2-year high, but that 2-year high is not much changed from a year and a half ago. So this is a commodity that seems to be rolling up and down, maybe even somewhat independent of a lot of other commodities, because during this time inflation was actually moving up, and during this time inflation was kind of moving sideways. So it seems to be moving on its own. Nothing overly alarming here, although we are at a 2-year high. Here's coffee. As you can see, big run up in 2021. Flat in first half of 2022, and then down. So nothing alarming here. We're not at new highs. We're not trending up. In fact, if anything, we're trending down, probably neutral and unchanged going back about a year and a half. So whatever inflation caused coffee to run up has been countered with a move down. Here's copper. Some people say it's linked to the economy. Maybe not. It's one of those old cliches that people cling to, but I don't think they actually have done any research. Inflation was really high, over in here, but copper really didn't do anything. You can see it fell very, very hard, and then it started trending up at the end of last year and has been trending down most of this year. So nothing alarming here. It's not like prices, not like building costs are going to run out of control. Copper's pretty much, if there's the high, there's the low. We're in the middle of the range, and we're in the middle of the range going back 2 years. And if you consider this like a big top, we're in the middle of the range trading below the highs from that previous big range area. So nothing alarming here. Corn broke down last summer and has been mostly trading in a range since then. So again, trading in a range well below the previous high range. So nothing here tells us, inflation is running out of control. Prices have definitely come back down. Cotton, similar thing. Big inflation here, but then obviously a big drop and then a lower high compared to here, and now we're near a 2-year low. So nothing here with cotton tells us that inflation is running out of control. Gas, big trend down last summer and has been basing for the last 6, 7, 8 months. Nothing alarming here. Here's heating oil, big topping pattern. So this right here is when Russia invaded the Ukraine. You can see it's very choppy, very volatile, but it broke down over here in early December, traded in like a rising wedge pattern, and then broke down again at the end of January, currently sitting at a 1-year low. So prices are higher than they were 2 years ago, but they're well off their high. Lumber's had a couple big run-ups on the left side here. You can see there. Over here at the end of 2001, you can see, but it's been trending down for well over a year. Maybe it's basing to move up. Maybe it's basing just to stick at a low level right here. So again, we heard stories about people building houses, and instead of that bundle of lumber costing $15,000, it was costing $30,000. That's over. Lumber prices have come way down. Building costs should be in check right now. Natural gas, big topping pattern, as you can see. High there, lower high there. Maybe it's a head and shoulder top. It doesn't matter, but we've broken down and we are now at a 2-year low. And oil. So this is Russia invading the Ukraine. One more attempt to move up. So we have a little bit of a double top at a lower level, and we've been trending down for the better part of the last 7, 8 months. And we're currently sitting at a 15-month low. So inflation definitely has subsided there. Soybeans has rolled up and down. There's a big gap down here in weakness, big gap down here in weakness, big run up there. In the end, high there, low there, current price, basically middle of the range. Just, the commodity is just rolling up and down. Nothing alarming there. Sugar is the only one that's close to its high, although it's close to its high, but it's also very, very close to being unchanged over the last 15 months. So this is mostly moving up, not moving up, mostly range bound. Maybe it's moving up here. Well, it is moving up, but it's not moving up in an alarming way. So this is probably the closest one to a high that's in an uptrend. Wheat. So this is Russia invading Ukraine. All types of stories about how lots of wheat that comes out of Russia and Ukraine isn't going to come out, and we're going to have like food shortages and stuff. So wheat spiked, but obviously it's come way back down. It's pretty much been cut in half since this double top high. Currently not near a 2-year low, but certainly trading in the bottom 20% of its 2-year range. All right, so that's it. So overall, if inflation is an issue, it's not really showing up in these commodities. Okay, a lot of the commodities ran up 2021, early 2022. Some of them spiked after Russia invaded the Ukraine, but in almost every case, they've all come down. A lot of them are trading in the middle of their 2-year range, and many of them are trading near a 2-year low. So if these are a measure of inflation, I would say inflation has definitely subsided because prices have come down quite a bit. And there's nothing here that tells us that there's a major issue here and we have to raise rates really, really fast in order to get out in front of these things. Most of it seems like the market is taking care of itself, whether that's because of interest rates being raised or because the market is that's just the way things go, where the prices go up, prices come down. Whatever the case, but as of right now, there doesn't seem to be like that budding pressure where inflation is really, really ramping up. Anecdotal observations from going to the grocery store, prices of eggs and other things have come down. So I don't see where inflation is really a huge issue right now. All right, hope you got something out of this. Maybe this enables the Fed to slow down their rate hikes. Maybe we got 1 or 2 25 basis point hikes to go, but I don't think they're going to go crazy here. It just doesn't seem to be necessary. If the reason they're raising rates is to bring inflation down, I think that's probably happening. All right, good luck. We'll see you next time.